Imagine walking into your vegetable garden in midsummer and not seeing a single weed worth pulling. The soil is cool and moist, your tomatoes look like they've had a spa day, and you haven't dragged a hose out in a week. That's the power of mulch. Stick with me for the next 15 minutes and I'll show you exactly how you can use this free or cheap materials to crush weeds, to save hours of work and grow healthier vegetables ever. Hi, I'm Tony O'Neill from Simplified Gardening with over 40 years in the soil, best-selling gardening books and nearly 2 decades helping growers right here on YouTube. There's one thing I've seen time and time again, it's the small shifts that make the biggest harvests. If that sounds like the kind of smart shortcut you want more of, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell if you want to grow more with less every week. Mulch seems simple, but what it does is powerful. First, it blocks sunlight. Weed seeds can't sprout in the dark. You go from jungle chaos to clean rows. Second, it locks in water. You water half as often and your plants stay cool even in mid-July heat. Third, mulch evens out temperature swings. Your roots stay warmer in frosty nights and cooler on scorching days. Fourth, organic mulch breaks down and feeds your soil. It's not just about weed control, it's free fertility. And finally, time. Gardeners report up to 90% less weeding and 50% less watering. That means more hours enjoying your garden, not battling it. But here's the trick, use it in thin layers, about an inch at a time. Let it dry and add more. If you pile it on too thick, it'll go slimy and smell like a swamp. However, in very dry conditions like a greenhouse or polytunnel, then adding thick layers will dry quickly. Keep it clean, no pesticides, and mow before seed set. That way you're adding nutrients, not problems. Bonus, slugs hate crawling on dry grass. It's like walking barefoot on gravel. Next up, straw. Classic, clean and light. Look for weed-free bales, skip the hay, and once the soil's warm, shake it out 4 to 6 inches thick. It cushions the soil, keeps fruit like squash off the mud, and breaks down slowly, adding carbon as it goes. In wet climates, watch for slugs. If it starts getting soggy, just pull it back to dry. For paths and perennials, wood chips are the real workhorses. Drop 4 to 6 inches on a top of compost, never mix them into the soil. Too much carbon can rob nitrogen from your crops. Arborist chips soak in like sponges and they feed long-term soil fungi that love perennial roots. They're free if you know where to look. Try chip drop or call a local crew. Compost isn't just for mixing in. On top, it's a powerhouse mulch. Just 2 to 3 inches every spring smothers weeds, fertilizes crops, and creates that dreamy, crumbly surface that you can plant into. No slugs, no nutrient tie-up, just black gold. Want to flip the weedy lawn into a veggie bed? You'll love this trick. Lay down overlapping cardboard, soak it, and top off with compost and straw. In 6 months, the grass is grown and your new garden is thriving. This is hands down the laziest way to start a bed, and it works. Now, I'm an organic first gardener, but there are a few cases where plastic has its place. If you're dealing with thugs like bindweed or creeping buttercup, organic mulch won't cut it alone. That's when black plastic or woven landscape fabric can help. Use them to block light short term. Think of it like a blackout curtain for your garden bed. After a few months, pull it up and switch to compost and straw. Just remember, these don't feed your soil and they do create waste, so use them like antibiotics, sparingly and intentionally. Let's build a mulch bed from scratch, step by step. First, clear the deck. Slice or pull weeds from the surface. No digging, roots will break down under cover. Warm the soil. If it's still spring and the soil's below 15 C, that's about 59 Fahrenheit, wait a week or lay black plastic briefly. Cold mulch equals cold roots. Now lay 2 inches of finished compost. This is your nutrient base. Then comes your mulch. Today we're using straw. Shake it out into flakes about 6 inches deep. Keep mulch a palm's width from stems. That allows airflow movement and avoids root rot. Quick spray with a hose or watering can locks it all down. That stops the wind from stealing your work. Now for planting transplants. Part the mulch, dig through the compost into the soil, nestle the plant in and pull the mulch back. It works great for tomatoes, squash and peppers. For direct seeding, rake aside the mulch to expose a narrow strip of compost. Plant your seeds like carrots or beets, let them emerge till they're a few inches high and then pull the mulch back. And let's not forget paths. Cardboard down, topped with 6 inches of wood chips, and done right you'll have 0 weeds in the walkway all season long. If mulch thins below 2 inches during the summer, top it up with grass or straw. Even the best mulch setups need a little backup plan, and here's how to troubleshoot like a pro. Tiny weeds, pull them out early, don't wait. They're soft, shallow, and they're gone in seconds. Perennial weeds, sneak back, slice at the soil line, put some cardboard down and re-mulch. You're smothering the comeback. Straw's too soggy? Then pull it back and allow it to dry, and drop in a beer trap or build a toad house. Seriously, nature loves to help. Wood chips steal nitrogen? No problem. Sprinkle a handful of chicken manure pellets near heavy feeders. It's like a snack for the soil. Birds flipping your mulch? Wet it lightly so that they knit together. Once it's settled, they'll lose interest and move on. Let's look at it with a quick reference mulch guide. You might want to screenshot this one, or if you want, I have a free download below. It's a cheat sheet I'll come back to every season. Grass clippings, best at 3 inches, layered thinly, reapply monthly. It's fast, free and loaded with nitrogen. Straw, go 4 to 6 inches thick, top it up mid-season, keeps roots cool and fruit off soggy ground. Wood chips, use 4 to 6 inches on paths or perennials. Add an inch yearly. It's a long-term weed blocker, it's a rain soaker and it's a fungal network builder. Compost spread 2 to 3 inches every spring, no reapplying needed. It feeds plants and smothers weeds all season long. Cardboard, 1 to 2 layers under mulch. Use once to start beds or reclaim weedy spots. It's the ultimate set it and forget it weed killer. Here's what happened when I mulched my entire 1,472 square metre garden with local straw, grass clippings and arborist chips. Weeding dropped from over 4 hours a week to about 20 minutes. That's like trading your garden gloves for a cup of tea. And watering, I went from every 2 days in midsummer to about twice a week. That's about 2,000 litres saved, enough to fill 10 bathtubs. And yields went up 15% across the board. More tomatoes, more beans, more everything. Mulch isn't just a gardening hack, it's a full system upgrade. So that's your mulch playbook. Simple materials, right depth and results speak for themselves. To make it even easier, I've put together a free mulch cheat sheet that you can download. It covers what to use, how deep and when to reapply. The link's in the description. But honestly, that's just the surface. There's a lot more to mulching than most people realise. And if you want to see how it completely changed the way I garden, watch this video next. I'm Tony O'Neill and this is Simplified Gardening. I will see you there.